Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
Hello and welcome to Corporate Governance Platform. The program is proudly brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals. And we are beaming live from MITV in Lagos. I am Tunde Odeyemi, and today on the show, we are going to be showing to you the clips of the ICSAN 2022 Governance Practitioners Day. The program was held in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. And on the show, we are going to be having the chairman of the Governance Practitioners Committee, Mr. Francis Olawale, FCIS, made a speech. Then the opening remark was made by the President and Chairman of Council, Mr. Taiwo Gbenga Owo Kalade, FCIS. And the keynote speech was made by another council member, Mr. Yomi Adebanjo, FCIS. I want to assure you that you will learn one or two things on corporate governance. The program was held in Rivers State, Port Harcourt in Rivers State on August 4th, 2022. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
I is not at this point to stand on any protocol or establish any protocol at this point. Mr. President will do that shortly. Is just to give a quick introduction and address what Governance Practitioners Day is all about in 1 or 2 minutes. So basically, like you said, we are the hub of governance professional, and our institute is dedicated to governance practice. We promote the ethos of corporate governance and public administration. Okay, so the Public Practice Day was set up by the institute. There's a governance practitioners committee, basically to promote the practice of what we stand for. So the essence of governance practitioners basically is to set aside a day to gather professionals, people who are in practice. Of course, the beauty of every professional is competence and capacity. And you will agree with me that the world revolves and moves every day. So the world moves every day. Organizations are facing new challenges every day. So if the people who provide solutions to those organizations have old skills, they will be left behind. So the essence of governance practitioners, right, which is just part of the institute vision, right, to build a community of governance practitioners to service our economy, to service the economy of countries around us. And then in order to be able to service those economies, number one, we need to increase the numbers of the people who are in practice to be solution providers to those organizations. You will agree with me. Sustainability solutions to organizations. So to build a community of practitioners, and in order to constantly us, we set aside some days in the course of the year to bring those practitioners together, discuss trending issues, new developments, new problems, and basically to just enhance our capacity. I will stop there at this point. That's just supposed to be an introduction. Like I said to you, I'm not going to establish the protocol. Mr. President, who is, I can see, standing by, to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if he was here, we would have been on our face, to give him a round of applause and present to you the president, the 28th president and chairman of council of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, Mr. Taiwo Gbenga Owo-Kalade, FCIS. Over to you, Mr. President.
Good morning, all. Am I audible there? Good morning. Can we hear me? There. Good morning. Can we hear me? Kundayo, FCIS. I also want to acknowledge and recognize the honorary treasurer, who is incidentally also the chairman of this very important governance practitioners committee, Mr. Francis Olawale, FCIS. Also in my list of protocol are all council members that are also online. Then let me also go ahead to recognize all of the very guests of honor that we have invited that are in the house. To us, we are happy that we gave letter of invitation to you and you accepted to be part of this program. I want to thank you so much. For us as an institute, this is one of the flagship flagship programs of the institute. The institute is just about governance practice, and but this aspect is for those of us who are in private practice. When I say private practice, I refer to those who run their own businesses or who work for established practicing firms. So this is the day that we have dedicated for them to keep helping to look at skills and competencies that they need to keep being able to do what we expect of them to do, flying the flagship of the institute and showcasing us as worthy ambassadors to the general public. I also want to say that the topic for today, the theme for today, which is on insolvency, it's something that is the heart of practice. Several times, people have already looked at what are those things that we need to bring onto the table as governance practitioners. And amongst them is this very important aspect, the insolvency practice. It's also an aspect that CAMA has given preference to, and the CAC has also shown a lot of wanting to promote. So it is now left for an institute like ours to ensure that we keep showcasing these aspects to our members who are whether in private practice or in public practice, towards ensuring that they grab this skill and they're able to use it going forward. It's also an opportunity for us to bring one of our own who has shown a lot of capacity in this area, and that is Mr. Yomi Adebanjo. Before now, he was a council member. This is someone that has done a lot for the institute, and in the last 30 years or thereabouts, he has been in either lecturing or providing more education to our members using the platform of the institute. So we're happy again that for us to look at insolvency, we're not going to borrow someone. We are bringing someone who is our member, who has not only shown enough of theoretical knowledge, but also practice knowledge. And that is what showcases who a chartered secretary is a master of all. So, Mr. Yomi, it is a privilege to bring you onto the platform, and we're happy that you are able to create time for this. For as many of our members as possible who have signed on to this, whether physical or virtual, I'm sure that they're going to enjoy a lot of value for what you're going to bring on the table. I'm looking forward to also listening to you, and also looking forward to when we see our members being able to demonstrate some of this value as we move on. So, Mr. Yomi, thank you so much. Well, I can't over-appreciate the chairman of the governance committee, Mr. Francis Olawale. It will not be fair to just talk about him as the honorary treasurer, but in terms of being the chairman of this committee, he has led a team that have done so well. we have been able to use its committee to re-engineer the governance practitioners committee, and what the value that we are seeing being brought on board have been through his leadership and that of his members. Mr. Francis Olawale, I want to thank you so much on behalf of the Institute for this great thing that you have been able to do for us. Under your committee, we have been able to sort out the issue of the stamp. So the meaning now is that anytime a member of our institute carries out an activity, they can seal it, they can stamp it. And these are those things that will separate us from any other professional body. So we want to appreciate this. I'm looking forward to as many members as possible who are in the house, especially people in Port Harcourt, to sign on to this. We have brought Governance Practitioner Day to Rivers State. This to us comes at a huge cost, but it's not the cost that matters to us, but the value that we are bringing to the doorsteps of our members, and also to be able to showcase that the institute is not a Lagos-based institute. It's an institute that is meant that we take to all of the parts of the nation. So I'm challenging the chairman of Rivers State chapter, which is Selim. Presently today also, we're also going to formally invest in. I'm challenging you to take this great opportunity and ensure that after today, virtually all of your members sign into this great opportunity, and then they are able to get their stamp. Secretariat is ready to ensure that the stamp is ready as early as possible. So to also the discussant that we have brought on board and our special guest of honor, I want to thank you so much for accepting to be part and parcel of this program. To as many of our people who are in the house, both charter secretaries and friends of the house. For those who are not members, this is an opportunity for you to look again at this institute. The world now is about governance, not minding the professional body that you belong to. This is an opportunity to also belong to this institute. This is the institute of not only today, of tomorrow, because we are talking governance, and we are the only institute that has been licensed, that has the bill, that has a heart to make us to certify people in the balance of governance. So seize the opportunity and be part and parcel of our institute. Without taking much of our time, this topic, this theme that we have brought to you, we are leaving into the hands of a professional, a distinguished professional, Mr. Emmanuel Banjo, and I look forward to listening and enjoying this session. Mr. Francis Olawale, the treasurer and also the chairman of this governance committee, I want to thank you for wearing these two caps, and I look forward to a wonderful day. So every member that is joined online, I want to also appreciate you. And on this note, I want to declare this program open.
My presentation to you as a keynote speaker, let me put it this way. I'm not holding any key, as you can see. But I believe that at the end of this presentation, I will have opened the frontier and I will be able to open your mind to various other opportunities that charter secretaries can take. The profession of charter secretary and governance practitioner is not something that we can limit professional people in your training. In your training, you have finance. In your training, there's accounting. In your training, there's law. And believe me sincerely, these are all that remains in modern day professional environments to excel. And we cannot for too long deprive our members of the possibilities out there. The possibilities out there for you as charter secretaries is not only in taking minutes. Do a vox pop, how do they call it? Go to the street. Sir? Vox pop. I don't know what it is. So you pardon me. If you go out there and take example and ask what the government secretaries do, believe me sincerely, naively, out of ignorance. Some people will tell you, protect means are not meetings. And it works that way. But I know, just from what we have heard, of about 30 years of active practice in this profession, I know and for sure that this profession offers more than just being a note taker. And lucky for us, the 2020 karma creates an opportunity, not only for us as chartered secretaries, but for other professionals in the area of insolvency practice. But what we do not yet have in this country is that until that time, insolvency practice is seen as limited to being approved as a there is no rigorous platform for practicing insolvency. I know that the public corporate tries to do as much as it could do in the area of insolvency. But the content of what is needed to actively promote insolvency is also inherent in your own training as chartered secretaries. And that is the more reason we need to apprise ourselves. You know, there is another per se. It's more or less Islamic. When they say there are all types of people, there's one type of people who knows, but nothing know that he knows. They say he's asleep, wake him up. So what we want to do here today, essentially, is to wake ourselves up that we are having certain things inherent in us that we can develop more and practice as well as we practice being complacent. And that to me is an area in insolvent practice. Am I communicating? Yes. Now, let me start this way. If you say insolvency, ask yourself, what is the object of insolvency? Solvent, isn't it? If you say somebody is solvent, we are trying to say that person has enough resources to meet its obligation as an wealthy. Am I communicating? Yes. When that is no longer possible, you will say that person has become insolvent. When a person becomes insolvent, is that cancerous? No. Is that a thing that will kill the person? No. Being insolvent is not cancerous. It is not permanent. It's transient. And that stage of a good is transitory. Just as a person will sick and call in a doctor, so also can an insolvent person or an insolvent entity call you somebody to help you out of the job. That person is an insolvency practitioner. The whole idea of insolvency is recovery to a very large extent. How can you recover? How can you help to manage the recovery process if you don't also understand what needs to be done? It is from this perspective I want us to open our minds, and then you will see that most of these things that are needed to actually take a company's hand in insolvency, you already have them. But unfortunately, your face is covered with just wanting to be a company secretary. And I challenge you, and I've always said this, if you have this professional certificate and you think, oh, you can become a company secretary, you miss it. Because there are not principal areas. And by the way, a company can only have one company secretary. Unlike accounting and law, a company can have 20 lawyers working in there. But when it comes to the competitive position of company secretary, there can only be one, which means we must seek opportunities elsewhere. And that is available to you as I speak to you now in the area of insolvency practice. Am I still communicating? Very well. Your profession is not a large member profession, unlike others. You do not belong to a profession that is membership driven per se. I will explain myself. This is not a profession where you can say you have 1 million members. Even the UK, where you do this thing from, has to be what the population of UK is and how many child secretaries they have. What do you mean? They are millions. Relative to their population, ask how many secretaries they have. If you take that statistics, you will then know that a few people that become secretaries are lucky, for they are the ones who can stand and weather the storm. So it's not going to be easy to qualify. But the few ones that qualify, in one head, you are putting law. In that same head, you are putting accounting. In that same head, you are putting finance. In that same head, you are putting insurance. In the toga of corporate administration. In that same head today, you are putting corporate governance. If you have all of these things put in one person's head, how do you expect him to become? Versatile. So tell you all, you are a versatile trained professional. Don't limit what you can do to taking notes. Don't limit what you can do to filing only with CAC. It's part of it, but not all of it. With this role of mine, I believe I'm setting the pace. I believe I'm resetting the antenna so that whatever I say will fall on the right sector. Am I communicating? You know computer. When you are using computer, there's a place in computer. They say your data must fall on the right sector for it to be properly saved. I hope this prologue will achieve that purpose. Now, let's go in here. If you look at the board, you will see a lot of provisions. Finding out administration order, receivership, compromise, construction. The question I will ask you is, in all of this, an officer is appointed. In all of this, where you see a liquidator or a company's liquidation, by law, somebody will be liquidated. That person is called a liquidator. That is what we want to make here. You will go to administration order. In pronouncing that order, the court must also saddle somebody with the responsibility of administering the entity. Up until now, it is given to all comers, anybody who appointed to administration. But it's a serious performance matter that people must showcase themselves as operators we know about. You also hear about receivership. No. When a company enters receivership, a person is also appointed. That person is called a receiver. The question then is, you ask yourself, in Nigeria today, is there a special school for receiver managers? Huh? No, actually, thank you, sir. If that means that there are some skill, however, that receiver must empower to that job of receivership. The skill needed is embedded or embedded in your training as chartered secretaries. As you later will see, you need the ability to study accounting and schedules to the account, and the ability to trace, know the net book value, know who to talk to. Is that something you don't know? Pardon me, is that what you don't know? You have done corporate financial management. Some of you have done management accounting, and so on and so forth. We see it as God. You also see an official receiver. If a creditor petitions for a company to be one of almost free, because that hears that matter must also appoint the deputy registrar of that court as the official receiver. Ask yourself, what does he do? Because that person is not the lawyer. Am I communicating? So the question is, what will the official receiver be doing that you cannot do? And how do you want to do it? The skill set that enable you to do all of this are the areas I want to touch on to open the frontier. Am I still communicating? Very well. Thank you, sir. I will single out one enough so that the chance somebody here will go being able to say, if you are fortunate to be appointed in the job to wind up voluntarily, I can do it. That's my vision. Next slide. So then, I quickly look at Nigeria as it were today in terms of principle. And I discover that, can you get them back? Yes. And I discover one thing, and that is the fact that our insolvency practice in Nigeria is not more than 45. Thank God to the 2022 insolvency regulation.
You're welcome back. That was ICSAN 2022 Governance Practitioners Day that was held in Port Harcourt, Rivers State on August 4th, 2022. You heard the president when he said it's one of the flagship programs of the Institute. And was a fantastic presentation by the keynote speaker, Mr. Yomi Adebanjo, FCIS, a former council member. And the speech was more than that, but that is how much we could take as permitted by time on the show. I would like you to join us again next week, same station. And on behalf of my producer, Mr. Degboyega Olabiran, and the technical director, David Adepoju, my name remains Tunde Odeyemi. Keep spreading the gospel of corporate governance. Bye for now.
Do you have continuity or association plan for your business?
Has anyone shared the concept of sustainability with you?
What about the need to protect the rights of minority shareholders?
What are those ingredients germane to having effective meetings?
For these and many more, tune into Corporate Governance Platform every Thursday on MITV, your darling station, on DSTV 255 and UHF 43 at 4:30 p.m.
Corporate Governance Platform is your best medium for informative and educative strategies for the practice of the corporate governance profession.
Institute of Chartered